Oh, well, that's awkward. I swear it wasn't like this before. Um, where is my capture device? Yes, you. Okay, there we go. Much better. Much more like what the screen should be. Hello, everyone. As you can see, this is a hotel cast. This is a hotel. This is not where I live. This is just where I'm stuck because I'm in the middle of training. So, a little bit of a, like, not my normal setup. I don't have, like, all my cool stuff. I didn't even set up the map pick screen because I've been casting, like, Nexomania, and Nexomania doesn't have a map band phase. So I just never set it up, and then tonight, just up before I was going, I was like, ah, crap! But, oh well. Welcome everyone, I'm glad you're here. We are here for game number 1 between ICC Crystal Gems and Protectors of Aiur. I don't know why I say it that way, but you know what? I sure do. And none of you, not a single one of you, can stop me. My stream, my rules, let's go. We do go and have Dahaka and Rhaegar being banned out. Towers of Doom, Dahaka very, very, very proud of it with the race car build, able to just get around that map. Bit of a healer focus coming out of the side of Protectors of Aiur. A little bit afraid of... Is that Alicia? It's either Alicia or Moxash, I feel like. Probably Moxash. I mean, I know Alicia plays flippin' anything, but I feel like Moxash might be their main healer. We're going to sure find out. I've not actually cast, like, any NGS games this season because, well, the season started this week and kind of had, like, practice Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, practice Monday, games Tuesday and Wednesday. But regardless, point is I haven't cast yet. They goes and gets the big old band stick. Says, get back to Antarctica. But it is flippin' cold. Like, what is this? I don't like it. With a question as to how. Got the song stuck in my head, and I'm not sorry about it. Alright, we do go and have the Sylvanas. Now, this is Towers of Doom, so the Sylvanas can't quite dead push, but it can definitely, if you leave the Sylvanas alone for any amount of time whatsoever, she'll just, like, come in and, like, take all your ladder points, or in this case, Towers of Doom. I don't know if any of you find me as funny as I do, and I don't care, because I think I'm hilarious. There's Psychopants coming out with Brett. I can't believe anything about Psychopants. In my defense, the real issue that I have here is that, like, because I'm casting from a hotel, I'm looking at a... So, actually, I can show you. No, I can't. I can't turn it that far. But the, like, TV, because of the way resolutions work, I can't actually see everything. So, I can only see Opats. Like, that's as much of Psychopants' name that I can actually make out. And so, I didn't quite connect it with Psychopants. Like, Stash? Pretty obviously Mock Stash. The SYC really takes a lot of Psychopants' name out. Same thing with CO Wins. We do have... Oh. They gave Vault Slays the Johanna. That's a mistake. Vault Slays is a Johanna goddess. We do go ahead and have a Nubrak coming out. And by coming out, I mean being banned out. Coming all the way out of the game. A lot of the tank focus. So they get the tank they want, and they get rid of the 2 tanks that give Johanna the most issues. Like, this is going to be a very, very strong 4-man coming out of ICC Crystal Gems. And then there's the James Raynor. Kind of an interesting pick, I've got to say. It might be because I've got 2 auto attackers, and Raynor kind of outranges both of them. So if you're very, very, very good with him, you can just slowly pressure both of them and can kind of kite them back. But it's only by 1 square, so it's kind of hard to do perfectly. They will have the Blaze trying to double soak. No answering offlaners come out yet. Blaze can double soak, but will get outpaced by someone like Azul or a Leoric or a Malthiel. Though he's obviously less gankable than all 3 of those. Leoric is the least gankable of the fast soakers. And speaking of which, there we go, Leoric coming out. Look at me, knowing what I'm talking about. Woot. Merlin coming out as well. So we'll be Murra into Johanna. Brightwing and Anduin squaring off. Who is your second DPS? You've got Jaina on the Mock Stash. You probably want some sort of range damage.
The hunt.
Okay, I was thinking you. I was actually thinking Soul Jin might not be bad. They don't have any blinds on that side, but the Lunara also does a lot of damage, a lot of clear, and can really, 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 you know, can't push quite as hard as Sylvanas, but if you do go to that level 4, can really, really, really do a lot of damage to buildings. But we're going to the game right now. I'll get predictions up, and see you in-game in just a second. Sorry about that. I'm also noticing as we get into the game, I don't know that you necessarily notice it, but I am... No, okay, it was just the intro trailer that was playing out of the wrong thing.
10 seconds.
I think. Okay, yeah, good. The game sound is still in my headset. I was a little concerned there for a second. But here we go. Representing ICC Crystal Gems here on the blue side of the battlefield. We have Vault Slays on the Johanna. Psycho Pants coming out on Brightwing. Alicia Pants will be on the Lunara. Mockstash playing the Jaina. And then we do go and have Blaze here in the middle. The Fire Lad, being played by Jacques Yvon. We do go and have E-Day. He's coming out here with the Leora. Murden is going to be played by Ecliptic. We do go and have Sergeant Scoops coming out here and ride around on that there Anduin. We've got Tracer on the Vala, and Orion will be playing the Sylvanas. Discreet, 1 second. There we go, that's a little bit better. And actually, before I go back in here, NGS logo, you do not need to be that big. There we go, fantastic. Went ahead and got that taken care of. So we do go and have the 4-man death battle here. I'm sorry for not talking about it. I was like, this looks all kinds of not right. We do go and have the double soaking going on. Looking at our level 1 talents, we do go and have Fire at Will, the W talent coming out of the Vala. We are going to go ahead and have Leora goes fealty into death, knowing he's going to be going back and forth, and we'll get a lot of passive healing out of that. We do go and have the Adrenaline Impact, the double hooking build coming out of Blaze, and then Zealous Glare. Not at all surprising, Zealous Glare. When you've got both Vala and Sylvanas on the other side, being able to blind them, especially the Vala, very, very, very helpful. That's all the part why Vala went for the W build. Not going to be relying as much on those auto attacks when you do have Zealous Glare on the other side. Hello, hello, Ronan. Long time no see. And Waffle, I see you. I try not to talk too much to chat during streams because you want to focus on the game, but at the same time, I'm friendly. Also, it's going forward. 4-man, oh my, okay. Tracer? I hate your name. I was like, wait, why is Tracer in this game? What the heck? I already called the name out once and I didn't even notice. But I sure noticed that time. That's an interesting... Jacques actually using their... That's a 90-second cooldown, the Pyromania. I'm not 100% sure why that was used. Now, granted, it's entirely possible, in fact, probable, that Jacques knows more about Blaze than I do. I do play him, but I am not in DFC. I'm not anywhere near DFC. So, it's very, very possible, but that's not a play I would have made. Oh, lots of implicit. Nice pull out by the Anduin. Does go ahead and get chastised, but here comes everyone else, and Fox is moving forward, trying to go in and get on top of this. Tracer trying to go in for a flank. There's a big pull in. Afflicting looking in at Psychopath. There's a polymorph coming out. Going to go in and try to handle that. Moving back. Afflicting is not going to be here. We do go and have Psychopath getting this channel in, but no, Tracer will not let that happen. However, he comes Valve Slave going in. Super mega damage coming through, and here's the Blaze. Blaze going to go ahead and zone them out. Afflicting goes in and jumps over the wall. No kills, but this is a double channel on the side of ICC Crystal Gems. And on top of that, we do have E-Day going ahead and getting that experience lead. Moving up top, a little bit of wall damage. So Blaze will be getting back into lanes himself. So with that being taken care of, we do have Alicia Wynn staying here. Everyone else hardening for mana, since that was a lot of engagement. That was a lot of stuff going on. Meanwhile, we do go ahead and have Predators of Aiur do go ahead and move in onto their camp as soon as it comes back up. Will they look at an invade here? Because they might have one. They are up level 7s at the moment, thanks to Leorix soaking during that. But the answer appears to be no. They don't want to move in on it just yet. Psycho didn't move up just a little bit. Both teams are now level 7. Anything jumping out at me? No conviction. Subdue was taken at 4. Obviously not completed yet. That's a, like, one shot solves all. More Sappers. Oh, I think that Sapper actually got killed. Like, Sapper got killed, like, right there. That was kind of amazing, actually. We have the Skull Crack on the Murder. A little bit of stunt. Drake Momentum. Interesting.
The altars rise.
That's I'm surprised a bit, because that's how you take if you're planning on being very aggressive into the enemy, being able to have that move speed and get ahead of them, and just be able to really make sure those third autos are able to connect is why you go with that. But if you're playing on double soaking, usually I actually see people go with the range on Drain Hope. Nice stun coming down. Tracer's super low. It plays goes and jumps back. Does not quite get over the wall, but will go and get out of there. But we do go and have that being channeled. Top was done. We're down to 32 versus 32. Psycho trying to channel this, but will they let them? A lot of them on Alicia Wins. Alicia Wins does go ahead. Gets knocked down by Leor. Blaze goes out, and I do think this is going to be Protectors of Aiur taking the advantage in order to go out at the start of Scoops get this channel. Let's go, Anduin. Let's go, Anduin channel. Really good. I apologize, I can't see. I just don't give a crap. So with that, we do have a core health advantage going on the side of... I just said their names, Protector of Aiur. No bully. Oh, that's great use of the D. And they went for the mind control, but the D wasn't gone yet, so she was still unstoppable. Because as we all know, controlling someone's mind is a way of stopping them. I love everyone turning and looking at the wisp go by. It almost reminded me of an old man on the front of their lawn. See a kid go by, just get out of my lawn. We're gonna have Sergeant Scoops going through. Oh, this time they will get it. Dang kids. Yeah, I do have to say, I'm a bit surprised. Protector of Aiur really do not like contesting this other camp. Like, it's an even fight, and your opponents have to use some abilities on taking that camp. So I would definitely invade there, but granted, again, they're better players than I am. Theoretically, I guess the plan is if they can go ahead and zone their opponents out, they can actually get value. All they have to do is stop these, but will they stop them? Tracer moving back down, trying to go ahead and get this taken care of. Yep, and it does look like... No, it looks like ICC Crystal Gems have decided to move up and actually start harassing this. They are moving over. It looks like Jackie Ball. Let's go and try and take this one over here.
Let the Gravekeeper's cronies reach the altars before you.
There, that one is complete. Now they can move over for a full 5v5. Starter keeps his trying channel right now. It looks like Volk's going to move forward, go and get that interrupt. Big light bomb catching 2 people, followed up by the Ring of Frost. But we do have to have 2 people on the side of Protector of Aiur. That looks like such a good combo. Oh, wait, Ring of Frost is the other side. Never mind. I knew that. And with that, we have the core health swinging the other way. 4-point advantage for ICC Crystal Gems as they go ahead and move over here. Get that taken care of. They're going to go ahead. Both teams are level 12 right now, trying to move on into the end of the game. We already do have Sylvanas down here. If they do not move down quickly, she will just move forward and start taking their stuff. But here they come. Psycho Pants takes a good bunch of damage. Okay, that was probably not entirely correct. Psycho Pants took very little damage. Every once in a while you cast on what you think is going to happen, and then you realize, oh, that's not what I said is not what occurred. A little bit of damage onto Tracer. You're going to get the stun. Tracer gets pulled up by the Anduin. That means Anduin's pull up is on cooldown for a bit. Vala tries to go in and go with the Rain of Vengeance. Does not connect on anyone, so a disengage, but a slight advantage for Crystal Gems if they move in right now. And that's exactly what it looks like they're planning on doing. Going and trying to go in. They're like, we know some of your ults are down. Here's everyone coming in. Trying to get that. There's the Jaina coming down. Light Bomb tries for the counter engage. We do have a lot of damage on the Anduin. Here comes Leoric. Ide coming in, but Ide's going to be walking back. Does miss everyone. And we have a triple kill. Yep. Leoric's like, okay, you know what? Changed my mind. Okay, I was gonna say, I didn't see Subdue complete, but I thought Subdue should have definitely completed. So I'm glad I'm not completely crazy. I'm glad it did.
Take the altars and put an end to the Keeper.
They're looking to move in here. Their opponents are back right about now. They do still have to have the time to run down here. But Vala with that W build, how many stacks are we at? 60 stacks so far.
Like all the others.
So that means I'm assuming that it jumps to okay, so 20, so it is at the it's a lot. I'm actually not sure if that quest is actually finished or if it just scales forever. I'll have to wait to see a W hit and see if it stays at 60. We do go ahead and have the shield coming in. Once again, there is the Ring of Frost. Ring of Frost goes ahead and just lets Merlin go nowhere. Avatar is out and trying to stay alive. There is the stun. There is a Light Bomb. Light Bomb catches 2 people as Merlin's trying to disengage. Here comes the Leoric though. Big Golden Tomb catches Valk Slays and Psycho Pants. Psycho Pants just couldn't teleport out. Valk Slays very, very low. Ide looking for this. Goes in and gets the big old 2-handed smash. Okay, definitely does continue to go up. We're now at 71. So if that's the case, that means every W is doing 140 extra damage, and doing it to the, like, most of the team. Because of course, on top of that, you also have the Arsenal, which increases its range.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center. Use it well.
What? I mean,
So we're going to have the altars upgrading right now. No one actually taking this one. Okay, there's the working there. But the 4-man is down here. Big stun comes down. Polymorph lands onto Ecliptic. There is that Ring of Frost. Most people avoid it, but a lot of damage onto the dwarf. However, a bunch of damage comes through. Vala gets the stun. There is the Light Bomb. Valk Slays very, very low, and we will have Valk Slays going down. But it looks like the dwarf may die in recompense. Not quite. Does get pulled out by Anduin. Psycho Pants very, very low. Alicia Wynn's trying to pull back. There's Ide trying to disengage right now. This is 4 versus 4. Both tanks are down. No, not both tanks. So Vons went down. There is the bunker coming out. Goes ahead and saves Blaze. Blaze will go ahead and pop up. A lot of damage coming through. Does miss with the Chastise. We do have Afflicted going in. Trying to channel this real quick. Will he be able to? Ide looking for this. There is the stun out. It looks like Alicia Wynn's not going to let Ide take the out, but we're going to take the death instead. And there we are, 16 to 20. Slight advantage on the side of ICC crystal gems in terms of siege health or core health. We do go and have a lot of damage coming through here with the Sylvanas, trying to go ahead and take both of these, but they're not pushing with their camp, so the camp will get clean without being able to do any real effectiveness. Okay, Shakibal was taking a safe rotation, had not seen these guys in a bit, has saw them right here, but then hadn't seen them since. Oh, Mustache! And yes, we will have the Janus taken down. That's, both of these teams are so good at snapping necks. But I do think that Protective Aiur, we do have the Entomb misses, big blind hits everyone. But there is Johanna. Johanna gets chastised to death. Just stand here and think about what you did, and then you murder them. I don't think that that's a very effective punishment, Anduin.
You had better hurry. The altar is rising.
So we have an altar coming up. If this is picked up, and, well, this will take the core of crystal gems down to 15, because of course they do own this altar now. Alright.
Lay claim.
I was going to say, should have a channel over here in just a second. Just a little bit. Bum, bum, bum.
Let the assault begin. The Raven Lord will fall before me.
Your failure will soon be complete.
Interesting. Ide has gone ahead. He's actually taking a bit of damage here. Oh no, Thurp is doing a bit of damage there and is taking these sappers. That is largely, I think, to hold Blaze in place, trying to get to 20 in order to just really seal the noose. And 20 is now online for Protectors of Aiur. But you know what? I just gotta say, not only do Protectors of Aiur not take the Protectors of Aiur talents, they also don't draft Artanis. They also don't draft any Protoss heroes. They also don't draft any StarCraft heroes. Like, mega fail on the name. Bunch of damage coming out, though. I should probably shut up. Bunker came down. Nice bunker. Went ahead and managed to save that. A lot of damage going through. Volkslane's super low. It was a Blaze going down. Ide looking for this. There is the stun. But no. Murder not able to get that connected. Viewer did go ahead and finish up the quest. It's going to be autoing very quickly. Look how fast this thing comes down. Bop, 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 bop. If this is picked up by Protectors of Aiur, this will lower their opponent's score down to 10 health. But keep in mind, this is Tower of Doom, so Towers of Doom, it's not over till your core hits 0. I have seen so many comebacks on this map.
Take the altars and put an end.
I don't think a comeback is possible at the moment. They need to get 20 first, but they're knocking on 20's door. Oh, Tracer's super low, but Brightwing does go down. They're not quite 20 yet. I'm surprised they tried to engage into that. There's the mind control coming out, and goodbye, Volkslanes. Nice mind control woven there. I didn't even see it come out, but you know what? Definitely aimed expertly. We're still not quite 20. Now we are. Chuckyvo went forward to go ahead and pick that up. But they can't fight for another 20 seconds. Or another 40 seconds. They are down to 7 core health. And their opponents are just running a gambit right now. Trying to go ahead and 6-cap. Here's the thing. If they 6-cap and get 3 shots, they can boss an end.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Oh my. Yeah, that's concerning for sure. We have Blaze coming up here to help sort this out. They realize they cannot. Now here's the thing, they can't protect both of these. And if you don't have active protectors, just because these will get killed by the cannons eventually, the minions will just take these back on their own. However, this is a double altar phase. This will be cut-ins for them. They have 10 seconds. They can give one of these, they can't give both. Nice no zoning and tune coming out here. But Blaze is not here yet. We do have Psychopants moving down, looking for this lower altar. Surprised they're fighting into this without their healer. Or their tank, actually. Kind of a weird back and forth fight. We do have Lunar going down. They're doing a great job fighting into this, considering that they're outnumbered. Jockey Ball sitting there. There is deteleported by the Brightwing. Cloud Phase shows back up, slows down everyone. They're looking for this. There is the Ring of Frost. A lot of damage. Box Dash going to go down. Psychopant's going to get stunned, and goodbye. It is curtains. All 5 of them are down, and this will be the game number 1 in favor of Protectors of Aiur.
Let the assault begin. Show the Raven Lord the extent of my power.
So, with that being taken care of, let's go ahead and look at the stats at the end of game number 1. We do go ahead and have, in terms of damage, Tracer does lead the pack, doing 84,000 damage across the course of the game. Mox has 58,000, and I just skipped over Alicia Wins, because I'm rude. Alicia Wins does have 73,000. In terms of healing, we do have very close numbers. Psychopants does come out with 86,000. Sergeant Scoops with 80,000. In terms of that ever-important soak, this is, I think, really the, tip of the hat, because Leora significantly outsoaked Blaze. Blaze kept coming down to try and help with ganks, and early game, I do think Blaze's contribution it definitely looked like ICC Crystal Gems was winning for a while, but then Leoric just kept slowly getting ahead, and I feel like that Protectors of Aiur was level 20 for a good 3 or 4 minutes before their opponents got 20, and they were just able to use that and press their advantage. Talents, we got those. Go ahead and copy them down, take them into Storm League, win all of the victories. And I will see you in game number 2. Oops! Alright, welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we are in map number 2. Actually, I guess just 1, 2. This is the I'm so pale. If I hold my hands up in front of like a white wall, you like lose track of where my hand is. Also, I miss my green screen so much. But regardless, we are here in Battlefield 3. Rhaegar being the first ban. 2-lane map, a little bit more of a brawly map, although not as much. Like most 2-lane maps, the offlaner is super important, and you have to kind of win that area. And this one, the offlaner just does not die, because a lot of it is just the team fight around the Immortals themselves. Vala being banned out, that W build was chonkin, so I am not surprised to see that banned whatsoever. I forgot the camera was on. I'm over here just like lip syncing to the like song that played between. Okay, we do once again have a lot of focus on the psychopaths, denying them their absolute favorite healers. So who will you be? Now that is the thing. Newspapers of Aiur are staying with the same bands. Wow, just the healer pool has been like choked. I don't know why I said choke, like it was like this great word that you'd never heard before. Choking a pool? No one's ever said that before. Yeah, with all the healers being taken out, I'm not surprised to see Anduin hitting the field first. The other? It's a problem. I am pale as anything, which is why I do well with goth. By the way, I forgot my eyeliner. Do you know how embarrassing it is to be a goth girl and not have eyeliner? I left it at home because I'm a nub. We're gonna have this Sonya. Now here's this is a thing. Because with Sonya and Raynor being picked, now granted, Raynor very, very good for race, but you're not going to have another pick before the ban phase, and I almost guarantee you Protective Aiur are taking out another healer. Based on who's been taken out, I'm guessing Deckard or Malfurion. Maybe Tyrande, purely because of the map. That's possible. We do have the Sylvanas once again. Eclectic is really, really liking the Murden. Likes being a hairy man. Hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. Well, that's interesting because of where the light is. Like, this hand is much more visible. Sorry, I'm just noticing things. Okay, so they go Vala and Zul'jin. They're really trying to choke out their opponent's race, it looks like. Hey, Artanis is still up. Protector of Aiur. Go, Artanis. Okay, we do have the Tyrande band out. Starfungus, how are you not following me? What do heck? I am very offended right now. Okay, so what healer will you go with, considering that, like, 5 of them are off the table?
Bring the mega death.
It's not a healer.
The hunt is on.
Okay, Lunara is interesting in that she does a lot of damage to the Immortal, but her damage is all over time, so you can still have the Immortal, like, you can still kill the Immortal and lose the race. So here we go, last 2 picks. We still need an offlaner, and we still need a second damage. We'll have to see where that ends up, where that goes.
Need a light. I serve.
Oh, interesting. That's going to be very, very, very scary come level 16, but this is a map that can end before, like, late game. So they may lose too much before Zeratul comes online, because Zeratul has a big problem. Unfortunately, they don't have any sources of blinds, and I don't think they can get a blinding character now. But they can't get a Cassia.
Light abandons no man.
I guess they could have gone Lily if they really wanted to, but I mean, it's Lily. You can't really aim her blind that much. Regardless, though, I will go ahead and see you all in game. I'll get the prediction up. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your votes where your votes go. And I'll see you in just a second. Now, what a good-looking intro. I don't know who made that, but they're clearly very cute, talented, and amazing. Hashtag humble brag. Looking at game number 2, we do go and have representing ICC Crystal Gems, the Centurions of Calamity. We do go and have Alicia Wins playing Lunara one more time. Valk Slays will be on the ETC. We do have Moxtash coming on the James Rayner. Psycho Pants will be on Uther. And then up in the top lane, we do go and have Jacqueval playing the Sonya. Mrs. Oh herself. Oh, I'm so sorry, people that are like next to me. I need to keep it down a bit. Thankfully, it's like 9:30 at night. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. But I have to remember there are people in other rooms. So, meanwhile, representing the side of Protector of Aiur, the Principality of Punishment, we do going to have Tracer on that there Zeratul. Sergeant Scoop will be on the Anduin. Orion will be playing the Sylvanas. Eplectic is going to be playing Muradin. And then up in the top lane, we do going to have E-Day 15 is going to be on Blaze. Zoom it out a bit. So looking at our level 1 talents, we're going to get Wave of Light onto the Uther. I don't see any other... No one else gets a questing talent. Unless, of course, you count the Stormboat talent. Which the quest is gets level 10. Valk Slays takes a ton of punishment. That's the problem with ETC. ETC is kind of like a Nubarak, in that a bit of an engaged heavy tank, but not necessarily, like, able to sustain a lot of damage. As people on my team would say, he's a CC character in that, well, he actually is. We're always talking about, yeah, we're CCing with damage. If they're dead, then they can't press their buttons. That's the ultimate form of CC. So with that being taken care of, we do go in a Valk Slays. Oh, Valk Slays, be careful. Let's go ahead and use their slide aggressively. Orion takes a bunch of damage, but it does move back, and it looks like Valk Slays will be okay for the time being. They are trying to move down below. Here comes the counter engage. This is gutsy. I think, okay, Zeratul actually did move up, and they called that, so they said, okay, take this. Here comes Zeratul coming back down, being like, oh, we're going to fight for bottom camp. But will you really? Bottom camp is already picked up, and it looks like the battle is for nothing. Zeratul came back all this way in order to see ultimate failure in front of his very eyes. Also, I do have to say, Precious of Aiur, they heard me. They drafted a Protoss. Let's see that they move back up here. Sylvanas and Anduin going ahead and doing Sylvanas and Anduin things. Scoops? Like, did you think they were standing here ready to gank you? And if so, why did you just... Like, what? That's a very confusing rotation, my friend. Alright, there's a big old stun coming out. Valk Slays goes ahead and gets down to about half health, but E-Day also not much. And Tracer has the tried to go into the back line. Only Valk Slays taking some good damage on the side of the Crystal Gems. They are moving in here, trying to get this down. Alicia Wins going for it. Did Alicia Wins take the... Did take Nothing's Calling, so we'll be able to do a lot of damage to this. But probably will not be as good at racing as... Oh, but only Orion and Eplectic were there. That's why the race was so slow. I was like... Their race should be not as good. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Raiders on the other side. Hello, Urban. Welcome, welcome. He's a cat. So there is the first Immortal down. We will go to have Alarian taking charge, going into, I'm guessing top lane. Yep. Look at me being smart. Yeah, Tracer, you don't want to fight that. Sonya is mean.
To me, mortals, I watch for hell.
Probably Zeratul like big damage combos don't really come online till level 16. 13 gets a little bit of power boost, 16 gets a massive one. So he can just take out Sonya. Sonya will heal too much between his ability cooldowns. It does look like the front wall will go down against the might of ICC Crystal Gems. Kind of what we talked about actually, with the fact that Zeratul's power spike makes him a little bit weaker early game.
Thus ends my
So we
assault.
should actually see that the next Immortal most likely will go for Crystal Gems as well. But after that, Immortal 3 is where we gotta get close to level 16. Looks like Ide had to get out of there. Jakipo was being mean to them. Alright, both sides go and pick up a little impaler kit. If you're a lore nerd like me, you know those are Khazra impalers. But if you're not a lore nerd, swimming in the ocean. But if you don't know that, then you know they're the spear dudes. Alright, both sides are level 8, and neither side level 10 yet. This takes a bunch of damage, false sides will move out. Tracer, that's unfortunate, ended up using the, what is it called? The little bomb thing on a minion. Okay, come back, I'm trying to click on you. The Singularity Spike.
Of the high heavens.
Alright, but once again, this, oh, massive stun by Ide. Catches a lot of people. Alicia wins moving back. But there is the Sonya. Sonya getting a lot of damage in there. Sonya does go and go slam build, and it has the mercenary talent in order to do extra. Did that actually apply to this? I think this guy's considered a monster, not a mercenary. But I don't think that applies to him. I could be wrong. Cabin coming up. There's a Plictic. A lot of stuns coming through. A lot of people in that same area. They need to be a little bit careful though. No Mosh yet to worry about. But if Mosh was online, they could have really gotten caught there. False Lane super low. Trying to get healed up by Uther. Uther not the best at like mana conservation in terms of healing. They need to go in and start snapping some necks. And it looks like that's exactly... No, it's Uther that's getting his neck snapped. False Lane's going to be the next one to go down. So it does look like we've gone ahead, have Sylvansky have been trying to counter push this. I'm a bit surprised. Actually, no, never mind. For some reason, I keep thinking Raynor's on this team. I'm like, why are they not saying Raynor? And then I'm like, oh, because Raynor's not part of this team. That makes sense.
It is time for a change in strategy.
Oh, Spear does miss. There's a Plictic looking in, trying to go ahead, looking for that big... Oh, Ide comes in from the behind, trying to get that big stun. There is the bunker going down, and it does look like we do go ahead and have... False Blade does go down. Did get a Mosh and got a lot of people, but not quite enough. There's the D-Shield comes down. I'm a bit surprised they didn't D-Shield the, They didn't, like, Holy Cow it. But they didn't, and it looks like, even though I said ICC Crystal Gems, because of the Zeratul power spike problem, had a good chance of getting the second Immortal, that's not what we end up seeing. We will have Alarian go down, and Belith will go ahead and ride high, start moving around. Look at me knowing the names of the characters. I'm amazing. That's actually, I had been wondering this whole time if that's considered a different Belith than this one, because he flies up and he lands, but I actually had Belith selected, and when he flew up, he got deselected. So yeah, that's technically a different character, different iteration, I guess. There he goes moving forward. Does make it to the fort out of shields, but there's Sylvanas goes ahead and turns that off. Really, really, really able to push aggressively into this. They can kind of push into there if they want, although once this goes up, because obviously it will aggro on you if you start attacking any of the people. Hail to the people and save this fort. Wanna get lost, but there's no result, and drift away. There's Vault Slays coming through. Does have Mosh up, I believe, as of now. I was slightly wrong about that. There's the pullout, but there is absolutely nothing you can do for Ecliptic. However, thankfully, Sergeant Scrooge did save Orion. That's the, you almost have to hit Anduin, or you have to hit 3 people that don't quite the damage to burn through the door. I just have to wonder, looking at Lunara right quick. Okay, she doesn't have unfair advantage yet. I don't know why I even looked. Obviously she doesn't. Oh? I heard the Sylvanas, but obviously I missed. I just kind of heard it, like, ooh, what is that? What's this? What's this? They are moving up here. Could this be a chance for an invade? Their opponents are in the area. It's either that or they'll look at displays. There's the bunker. Bunker has to get used before the battle. Ide, nice move. The Uther got right in front of that to block the charge. Ide is out of the fight, but they do not quite actually kill them. That's always the problem with the Blaze. If you try and gank a Blaze, just have someone walk slightly in front of him, because his only escape will stop if he hits a hero. Oh, you do go ahead and have about 20 seconds left onto Holy Cow. The holy part is already there, but not the cow part. So right now we do have Pressure Virus staying very, very far apart. Does not want to go into that. There is the Hyperion playing straight on the battlefield. Ide comes in from massive stun, but they're a little close together, Mind control, beautiful mind control. I guarantee you they were trying to just slam that button, did not get a slam. We do have ETC going down, Sonya going down. Here comes Tracer moving forward. Tracer goes has to knock back as Raynor goes in and does not well knock back, but Uther's going nowhere. Lots of squirmy damage coming through. They will push through this, but it looks like in phase 2 they might have to fight again. Although, ooh, actually, like, they will still have Mosh. They do not have the Divine Shield part. That got used. Their opponents are back up and able to engage into this. They still need to be very careful. Okay, there is big pull-up. So Anduin does use the D. Leap is down for, another 50 seconds. We're only 15 seconds away from Holy Cow. Nice layering of the stuns, but does get out of the mind control. Mind control is down. Holy Cow is online. They need an opening to use it. They need something. They definitely don't want to just use it on the dwarf. Ide is constantly looking for this flank. I love just how good they are at maintaining distance from their opponents. And now they have to fall back and clear this out. And as soon as they did that, their opponents came up and went ahead and killed off Alarian. We do have Belth going into the top lane. Gonna make this a double lane advantage. No, I'm sorry. Not to, like, predict what's gonna happen. Not to, like, talk, you know, make things seem less... Oh! Oh my goodness, that was such a good mosh! Oh, Volk must be upset. I'm so sorry, Volk. Yeah, that's just, it's an issue with neither Raynor nor Lunar being super good at instantaneous damage. Thank you very much for the raid, Eternally Blue. We are possibly near the end of the second game, unfortunately, but we are here right now. We do have the Emerald pushing in, so Bonus is turning off this structure. Alicia Wins takes a massive damage, is going to get out of here, but is running back to Hollow Source very, very quickly. Mind Control comes down onto the Sonya. Sonya's not going to leap anywhere. Duplicity takes a bunch of damage. Dusk is going to get pulled out by Anduin. We do go ahead and have Tracer takes a massive amount. Is going to have to run back for just a second until that Anduin can do his healing things. Anduin in this game not getting taunted by his dad. I do have to ask, was that Taunt Raid or was that Windblades or was that Smash? We do go down to 40%, down to 30%. And with that, game number 2 does end with a domination for the Protectors of Aiur. Let me go and see if I can set us up an interview right quick. Alright, while we wait to see if anyone is going to join me, and it's not required, if any of you are watching this and new to NGS, you definitely don't have to have an interview. We just like to offer to talk to the winning team. But looking at things, we do go and have Orion does win out on the damage, doing 50,000, 43,000 coming from Alicia Wins, and then 34 from that James Raynor. And does look like Understander is going to go ahead and be joining us. Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Going very, very well. How are you? Kind of an easy question, but you know.
Yeah, right now I'm doing great.
You just won a match. How do you feel? Good.
Very good, very good. First game of the season, right? Started off strong, so let's build the momentum. It's really important to the morale, you know.
Oh, absolutely. So it does look like your opponents did go ahead and picked map pick both times. So were either of these maps ones that you were sad to see come up, or was it just a matter of like the only maps we have trouble with we banned, so we don't care about map pick?
I think our team could do well with a third map ban, if that's what you're asking. But I think that they picked maps that are good to fight us on because they're not our strong maps. But I don't think we're bad at them. But they're not like you know what I mean? Somewhere in the middle, middle range maps for us.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So I do have to say, in game number 1, I almost had to take your name away. You not only did you not pick the Protector of Aiur talent, you didn't pick any Protoss heroes or even any StarCraft heroes. What the heck?
Yeah, we can't even get all 5 of us to get the Tassadar icon, so I don't know. It's hard to say.
at least in game 2 you did fix it up. By the way, just pass on a message for me. As a caster, having a player named Tracer is very confusing.
It's confusing in shot calling too.
I definitely feel you though. One of the people on our team is Anna Ressa, which we Anna for short, and that definitely can get confusing.
Yeah, I could see that being confusing.
Kill Anna, kill Anna. No. But looking at game number one, I was a bit interested to see that right towards the end of the game, after you had kind of like gotten them and you had them 5 capped, there didn't really seem to be much of an effort to 6 cap them. You just sort of like 5 capped and then backed off and waited. What was the
Yeah.
thought process there?
Yeah, I think that was tricky. We talked about it in comms a little bit, but the bottom 2 objectives were coming up, and we knew those 2 objectives were going to win the game. So we didn't want to dedicate too much effort to top, because if we go get top and they take bottom, if we trade top or bottom, we are in now a shaky position versus we were in a pretty solid position for the next objective. So it was kind of a toss up, and I think that the discussion is what made it come out delayed like that. We did get the top tower, but oh wait, I don't even know if we did actually, but whatever. We either did or didn't, and lost mid for it. But if we would have been a little quicker, I think we could have got a few shots on the 6 cap. But then again, even with a few shots off the 6 cap, we still needed both objectives or both shrines, altars on that phase anyway. So
Makes sense, makes sense. Although, technically, they were at 7 core health, so a single shot would have gotten them down to 6. Or no, I think they were at 8. Single shot gets them down to 7, which is exactly how many a single altar does. So, But at the end of the day, you can't
Yeah.
argue with results.
Right. I think that they were gonna get one back before the phase anyway, so we would have only got maybe 1, and then they would have only got 6. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's a tough call because I think both are good strats, and we just kind of argued about it and delayed a little bit. And you know what I mean? What they say, being decisive is more important than being right or something. I don't know.
Yep, working together is more important than making the right call.
Yeah, there we go.
Going into game number 2 on the Battlefield of Eternity, it was very, very interesting because they definitely drafted for race, and you definitely drafted for, I'm guessing, at the very least, not race, but also not teamfight immediately, because a lot of your teamfight depended on Zeratul getting to 16, which of course you did by the end of the game, but it was still a kind of a weird draft strategy. Can you talk like how you came to that conclusion?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These guys kind of ran around us in the draft. I feel like we kind of botched the first draft, and it was pretty rough on us. But you know, pull it out in execution. And I think this one we went a direction. I think they cut us off really well, so we kind of had to try to salvage it a little bit. And they drafted so much race. We were like, "There's no way we're racing this. We have to fight them." So that's kind of why it started. Looked like it had a different direction, maybe. But we knew we had to fight them, and we knew we had to be able to run Mortal. So that's kind of where we went with that.
All right. And then the last thing that I want to kudos you on, if that's a word, specifically E-Day, especially in game 2, the follow-up to every single time a hammer came out, E-Day was just there like 2 seconds later, right as they start to move again. So very, very well coordinated. I was very impressed.
Yeah, Iday's amazing. He's like a wonder of nature that we don't deserve him. So I'm glad he's here.
So the last question I always ask everyone, even though I know the answer to this, and I've asked you it before, but where does the name Protectors of Aiur come from? Why did you pick it?
I mean, so you know about the Artanis talent, and we were a sister team to another team, amateur opponents, and they made their team named after a level 1 Artanis talent, so we went for a level 1 Artanis talent, and then it just stuck. We feel like we're known by the name now, so we're rolling with it.
And when are we finally going to see Reactive Parry?
Reactive Parry is banned forever.
Aww.
Oh, you mean the team? I thought you meant picking it. I was like, we're never picking Reactive Parry. Yeah, if we get a team, We might go a different direction with it than Artanis talent, so and make a different pie of the Venn diagram of the concept of Protectors of Aiur. We'll see. It depends on what we make out of another team.
Well, I will say, in my experience, you're right, reactive parry is kind of terrible, but unless you're trying to duel into a Sonya, in which case it really shuts her down.
Yeah, I mean, every talent's got a place. Well, most talents have a place, but I just think reactive parry's got a very, very, very niche one.
I agree. So those are all the questions I had for you. Let me go and turn it over to you for any shout-outs you might want to give.
Oh, thanks. I want to shout out to ICC Crystal Gems. Fantastic set. I was sweating the whole time, so they kept us running around. A shout out to you for casting us. Thank you very much. Thanks for the early pickup. It was really good. I told everyone to watch, so I assume all my friends are watching. So if nobody's watching, it's because I don't have friends. And oh well. Also, shout out to our subs, Pants, Boomer, Redbeard, Honey. They're always there when we need them. Shout out to everyone on our Discord. It's pretty happy in the Discord. Shout out to the people that made Deep Rock Galactic because that game is fantastic.
I do have to ask, which pants? Because there's like 8 of them.
Yeah, we have just regular pants. It's just pants. We don't, no special pants.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Because obviously, like, Dire Pants is on my team, so as soon as you said that, I'm like, wait, traitor?
No, we have Pants Prime.
Well, with that, I'll go ahead and let you get back to the victory celebration. Don't drink too much.
Thanks for casting.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for being here, and thank you for putting on such a great show.
All right, we'll see you.
And now we're going to go ahead and raid over to Jason. Jason is currently casting one division up in Division B. Stime versus ICC Unity.